Hello there. You're listening to the Gamers 2 Cents podcast. Not gaming pros, we're just gaming pros, giving you a weekly gaming news. I'm Comrade Beard, with my two co-hosts, SOB101 and the Halfbakedvillain. We're going to get right on in today with our first topic, id Software. id Software has marked its 35th year anniversary. id Software is a big company that made a lot of excellent games that you may have heard of, such as Wolfenstein, Quake, Doom, and to mark that collaboration and anniversary, it's actually making Doom Eternal and most of the games in the Doom series 67% off. Sob, Hap, are you guys excited about Doom's anniversary over here? Or
I don't really give a shit.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wow.
I really don't give a shit about this. I think it's cool, but I don't really care. What you got to say, Saab?
I feel old. 35 years. I remember playing Quake and all these games, man. Like, the FPS wouldn't be the same without them. I'm happy they're still around. And I'm, like I said, I was happy when they brought back Doom because shooters weren't shooters. They're like, you know what I'm talking about. I don't like these hero shooters and all this bullshit. So when Doom came back and showed how to actually make a fucking FPS and fucking won awards and they put up, I was happy. But yeah, happy birthday to them or anniversary.
Thumbs up.
Yay. All right, we'll go on. The Nintendo Switch also has some news. You know, a little bit off there. Nintendo Switch became the best-selling console ever at 155 million units as of December 31st, back in 2025.
What the fuck are you
These stats came. Basically, the Switch hit 155.37 million units sold, which surpasses the DS's old unit count, which was 154 million. So it's like beat its own record, basically. Yeah. What was that, Half? Go ahead.
Said they sold like hotcakes.
Yeah, they beat its own record. Probably because of titles like the Pokemon Legends and everything like that were only exclusive to Switch 2. I know Saab loves Nintendo. I don't know if he has any thoughts on that.
I gotta pull that up. It hasn't been yet. So I'm pulling up on the screen. PlayStation 2 is still 160 million. Nintendo Switch 2 is the second best. I think what they're saying is, in the title, they forgot it is the best-selling Nintendo console ever. So
it surpassed the DS, yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. Congrats. I still think the Super Nintendo is a better system, in my opinion. But yeah, congrats to them.
Congrats to them. I can't say much. I had a Wii, so I'm like very outdated in this.
Too much information. I don't need to know you had a Wii.
But yeah, this is pretty cool. It's good for them. That's all I can say.
Next, we'll move on to a couple little quick tidbits about PlayStation and Sony. PlayStation users have been getting notifications on their PlayStation 3 stating that Netflix will no longer be available on PlayStation 3 consoles after March 2nd of 26. I don't know if you ever actually use Netflix on your PlayStation, or if you have one, Saab, Half. I don't know
Who
many
the
people
fuck is watching Netflix on a fucking PS3 in 2026. If you don't get with the times, you fucking caveman. What the hell? What the hell is wrong with you guys?
Relax.
What the fuck?
What? Their PlayStation 3.
I see you're very passionate about this, Half.
PlayStation.
Like, dude, what are you guys like? What are you like? Somewhere in your fucking, you know what? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to keep this nice.
Don't insult the audience like that, Half. What do you mean? Sub.
I respect that Netflix kept it going for that long, to be honest, because some people in the world still have a PS3, and a PlayStation 4 and a 5 would be too expensive, so they're still using PS3. I would understand that, and still, I respect it. Half what he says is funny. I get it, but I actually give them props for making it that long. But yeah, that's my comments.
All right. We'll move on to the CFO of Sony, Lin Tao, says that Ghost of Yotei outsold Ghost of Tsushima in the same time period and contributed a lot to their earnings. I don't know if you have any actual records of this, or if you posted any actual sales figures for this, Saab.
Nope,
Can you
I
confirm
don't
that?
have it, but it's a CFO, so I'm gonna believe her because PlayStation, there's no reason to lie. So I'm waiting. I'm hearing the other person, the hater in the room. I want to hear what he says.
What do you think about
Where's the fucking hate?
Ghost of Yotei outselling Ghost of Tsushima? I know you were hating on Yotei a while ago, Half.
I just didn't see the point in buying the game because it's basically the same shit. But if that's what people want, the same shit but a reskin, then hey, keep making it.
Man, you keep playing the same shit too, Yakuza.
Okay. But
Mm-hmm.
Yakuza has different storylines and stuff. This is just like the
Oh.
same revenge storyline with a girl, and it's just
They're both vastly different. Yes, they have the
why
same theme, but not the story in general.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Anyways,
Good
comrade,
for them.
move on because this guy is gonna piss me off.
The CFO also said that on a slightly separate portion of that in regards to the demand and negotiate for a memory demand for their video game consoles, that they say that they're already trying and securing the minimum quantity that they need until the end of the year's holiday sales period, so people will actually be able to get consoles and they'll actually be able to make it. I know that since a lot of the AI and everything are snatching a lot of stuff up right now, so Sony claims that they have enough to make the end of the year sales period. What are your thoughts on this, Saab? I know that you're worried about a lot of the AI stuff coming up.
I have any comments?
Changing the market.
Have any comments to this?
I don't know. I guess AI stuff isn't good.
No, not that.
What?
That they secured an amount of memory, so they don't basically. It's basically saying, "Hey, we're not gonna up the price of the PlayStation 5 this year."
A little too late for that. About what, 3-4 years too late on that? Should have thought about that.
Well, a lot of other consoles are saying that they might have to up the price because all the AI supercenters are buying all the memory and hardware up.
Correct.
There's not enough for everybody else.
So
you said they're doing what to the hardware memory?
Taking all of it up, basically.
Taking
There's
it up.
Giant supercenters.
AI is taking majority of the RAM.
Yeah. Because like AI centers are basically like nuclear plants.
So console, anything electronic has to go up due to that. So PlayStation or Sony is trying to avoid that this year. Unlike Xbox, which went up to 800 or something, and Switch, Nintendo also commented about they're still keeping an eye on the memory thing because it costs them even more to make the Switch 2 now. So Sony's trying to plan this out. That's basically what this thing is saying. That's what I was trying to get at. It's not a good thing, right? Half.
I'm like I didn't even pull up this topic on my tabs.
That's okay. It's nothing really. I'm just saying they're not gonna. So what this connects with another topic we're gonna talk about. Okay, basically, Sony doesn't want to. This is a small thing, but it's actually a really big thing because of GTA 6. You don't want to up the price of a console this year because GTA 6 is going to, I assume, is going to come out this year. They know something. So that's why they're working hard to plan it out until the end of this year because it's coming out. It should be coming out November GTA 6, which that will lead into the next topic, which is GTA. I'm gonna take this one, comrade. Where Take-Two Interactive, okay? Take-Two recently, I didn't pull it up, but they just said that the GTA 6 marketing is gonna begin this summer. So that means they're confident it's going to come out this year. And comrade. So
we'll see about that.
That's important for Sony. They need to know that information to know what's going to happen. So they worked hard to secure the RAM so they can make more PlayStation 5s, which is important for them, obviously. So that's one of the things. Also, GTA. There was another thing about GTA 6 that there was a rumor by a Polish site that was talked about that I don't know how to say this name. Crash Dari. Anyways,
let's just pretend like that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. They claim that there's not going to be a physical version released on the day of launch, and that digital would be first, and then later on a physical edition would be released. However, recently the CEO Strauss came out saying that that is not true. He was speaking to Variety and denied that's the case. And I can understand why they're denying, because GTA is going to be the biggest thing we've seen in entertainment in a long time, no matter what. And Rockstar, they're old school. So why would they just be like everybody else, go digital or release digital first and just or release a physical then do a big day one update? They don't do that shit. So I'm glad that they're sticking to this, that they're going to put everything on the disc, because every customer matters. Even the ones that don't connect online, they want to give that physical, and that's money. They don't want to leave money on the table. So yeah, sorry. Right, comrade, any comments?
I mean, at this point, I think, honestly, like you said, yes, that's most likely why they're ramping up all this production. Because I feel like all the companies are doing this because everybody knows that GTA 6 is going to be huge. And as of now, assuming there's no delays, November 19th is the date that they have set as a release. I believe that was the last time that they said anything. So, of course, that's everyone's getting ready for that. And honestly, like you said, they'd be stupid not to release both digital and physical.
Sony's getting ready for that. Sony's getting ready for that. Sony's getting ready because they know they're the primary thing.
Well, yes, but I mean, I'm sure everybody else is also getting ready. Like, they might not be saying it publicly, but GTA 6 is going to try to release on as many platforms as possible because they know that they're gonna be making money, digital and physical, across all platforms that they release. It's gonna sell like hotcakes. It's a given. So I mean, of course they're gonna try to do it on every single method and platform, and I think that's a good thing. Basically, GTA 6 is one of those games that are gonna define our era, like, because everyone is so hyped up and expecting it to be as good or better than 5. So yeah, it's gonna be huge regardless of what platform or what method it sells in. And I'm sure they want to distribute it as much as possible on as many types of media as possible. Are you gonna get GTA 6 when it comes out, Half?
Nope. I will get it probably when the price drops, like a year later. I'm not hyped for it in the slightest. I can see the hype around it, but I'm not hyped for it. And if I was hyped for it, then any hype I had for it probably died in the last 2 years when they kept pushing it back. I'm betting my left nut they're gonna push it back again till early 2027. I will bet my left testicle on that. And the game's probably still gonna sell like hotcakes. I don't know if them pushing it back is actually gonna affect it that much because they've been pushing it back a lot. For me being a consumer, it would fuck with me. I'd be like, this is kind of crazy. Just give me a date. If it doesn't come out till 2028, then that's fine, as long as I have an exact date. But yeah, to wrap this up, no, I'm not buying it when it drops. I'll get it when the price drops. The game's gonna sell really well, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to give GTA 6 as much credit as you guys are giving it, saying that it's having all these other companies shaking in their boots because of the fact that they've been pushing it back so much. Like, it's losing steam. If they keep this up, what's going to happen is the same thing that happened in Kingdom Hearts 3. They kept pushing that shit back for years, and then by the time it came out, nobody gave a fuck about it.
Yeah,
So,
but that's Kingdom Hearts. That's not GTA.
and Kingdom Hearts isn't huge. It's not one of the biggest, not one of the
GTA?
biggest fucking games of the era. Like,
not,
come on.
Not like GTA. Hell no. I like
Maybe
Kingdom
not,
Hearts.
but it's still very huge and very popular series. My point is that pushing it back makes it lose steam. GTA 6 isn't a god game. Okay, unless I don't know how. I haven't met anybody who's like religiously loves Grand Theft Auto like that.
Me!
Yeah, when's the last time you played it?
A long time ago.
Exactly.
I got other games to beat.
You haven't even been playing that game, please.
Bro,
you don't even play online in that game.
I put over 100
Shut the
hours.
fuck up.
I
Shut
put
up.
over 100. What? No, what?
It's Cap. Don't come on here, Cap. And you don't even play. You don't even be online playing in that game. Please, bro. You don't be in the chats. You don't be with the role playing. Like, you're not even like experiencing the game to its fullest oomph.
Hell
And
no,
you're
I'm
telling
not
me
playing no
you
role
enjoy
playing
it.
shit.
Before you guys kill each other over here in the chat, let's move on to
Hold on. Before we even move on, this is something I had to bring up with Half. I was talking about Half that I actually believe PlayStation 5 would be the second best selling console for PlayStation. The reason I say that is PlayStation 5 is or it might be third, but it's at 8th place. PlayStation first one is 102, PlayStation 4 is 117 million. PlayStation 5 is at 92 million, right? When GTA 6 releases, it's gonna sell a lot of consoles. I believe, and
I
I'm
bet
sure
you it won't.
I think. I'm just saying that I assume my prediction is, but like Half said, I could be wrong. But I leave it at that. That's a thing I forgot to say. But go ahead, Comrade. Move on. Jeez,
I'm happy you mentioned that, Saab. That
what?
PlayStation 5 might be their best-selling console because your favorite game, Kingdom Come Deliverance, is coming to PlayStation 5.
Oh fuck! Okay, cool.
That was a nice segue.
No,
Thank
it
you.
wasn't.
I really,
No, it
really
wasn't.
pulled out all stops, and I had to really use my brain for that one. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Half. Thank you. But yeah, Saab, this is Saab's 2025 Game of the Year, Kingdom Come Deliverance. He said that it deserved everything that it should.
You're talking about two.
Yes, you're right. I'm so sorry, but you're gonna get this one on PlayStation or on PC when it comes out, Saab? Because I know you wanted to play this one as well.
Saab, you answering this?
What?
I have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on Steam.
Yes,
That's pretty much where I stopped there. I'm not really going to do much
He doesn't like the game. He doesn't know what he's doing. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the first one. I played the first one. I didn't really like it. Saab says that what I can tell, the second one upgrades a lot of the features that the first one I had complaints about. So you said you played the second one and you're interested in playing the first one to see just where the story developed from?
Yes, okay, so this story's happened because an Italian PS Store listed this information. That's how we got this information, first of all. But it's deleted now. So that's how it all pretty much got started. But it said it's going to have enhancements like 4K resolution, improved frame rate because the frame rate was atrocious on console like a PS4. And it's amazing how they put it on the Switch, but I'm pretty sure it's not good. Yes, they have the Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 on the Switch, comrade. I know, rack your brain on that one. And high resolution textures. So I am looking forward to that. Pretty much that's all I have to say. I hope it happens, and I'll grab it if it's physical. Move on.
Okay. We'll move on to another little quick topic about Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is another big game that a lot of people liked last year. Apparently, there was an announcement made that Baldur's Gate 3 is getting a TV show for Baldur's Gate. And the TV show is supposedly supposed to follow the events after the Baldur's Gate 3 video game. It's going to be released on HBO. It is led by Craig Mazin, who's the one who did the HBO's Last of Us.
I don't trust him.
TV series. That's the other thing. A lot of people, and myself included, are saying that I don't know if we can trust him. Mainly because, first of all, the Larian Studios, the creators of Baldur's Gate 3, also were blindsided by this. They had no idea. Basically, this is just something that Hasbro, who actually owns the Baldur's Gate 3 license, basically just said, hey, we need more money. Baldur's Gate 3 is literally one of their biggest Baldur's Gate IPs. Everyone knows all of these characters. They have like pops of half these characters, and they're huge game. Let's just make even more money. Let's print more money and make a TV show. The thing that upsets me about this is because of how open-ended Baldur's Gate 3 is. There's like 5 different endings that you could do, and there's no canon ending because the entire game is based on player choice. Like, you could romance several characters, you could kill some of your playable characters permanently in your game, and that all changes how the ending affects. So if they're making a TV show set after the events of the main game, they're going to be doing so many things that are going to be hated by players. And this guy who made the Last of Us TV show doesn't have the greatest track record with his current, video game TV shows. So this is going to be interesting to see how this pans out. I don't know if you guys watched the Last of Us TV show, or if you have any confidence in a TV show set in about after the events of Baldur's Gate 3.
I'd never seen The Last of Us. I'm kind of with you on the Baldur's Gate 3 thing because there's multiple different endings, so I'm not sure how they're going to do this. I don't see it being a terrible idea. Like you said, everybody really likes the characters. Shadowheart is very popular. That vampire guy is very popular, even though I kicked him out of my group in the game because he was trying to bite one of my characters' necks while he was sleeping.
You just want to bite that neck. That's why. Jealous ass.
Shadowheart.
You are kinky like that, so
Yeah, Shadowheart's neck in particular. She was. But
I completely understand that. Yeah, exactly. Completely understand.
I had some fun with her and the orc, but that's another story. But but yeah, I don't see this being a terribly bad move. I just don't know.
My biggest thing is biggest thing about this is Larian Studios has always gone out and no one has ever. There's no confirmed canon ending to this game because they value player choice. So technically, whatever the canon ending is, whatever ending you, the player, made for yourself. That's your canon ending. And Larian Studios officially has claimed that we will never tell you what the canon ending is because there is no canon ending. It's your story. But if they do an HBO TV series, they're going to have to pick an ending. They're going to have to pick who lives, who dies, and what the player did in the entire story, and then that's going to negate everybody's, the whole premise of the game that ruins the player choice and the player experience.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how they're going to do this. I don't know. I mean, like I said, not a bad idea, but I just don't know what direction they're going to go with this.
I feel like the only way they could really do this is they have to create like a new protagonist to do some kind of adventure alongside.
Yeah, or something like that to just, I don't know. Yeah. Saab, what do you got to say?
I don't trust him because yeah, he's a Dungeon Dragons fan. That's cool and all, right? But he had cold feet when it came to the Last of Us 2 story. He changed things around, and he changed things so abruptly that now people who are going back or they started playing the Last of Us 2, they reversed their fucking decision, saying, "Oh man, that the story in the game is better than the freaking show." So I'm like, okay, so he got cold feet. What the hell's wrong with him? So I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, nah, you're not as hot as you thought. That's it. Cold feet. That's all. And I don't care. I don't care about Larian, by the way. Larian has been, uh, uh, they've been talking too big recently, and it's getting me fucking upset. So anything where they say Larian, I don't want to hear him no more. I don't want to hear that guy. I'm like, yeah, okay, you got one good game. All right, now you talking all big. Make a couple more. Ugh. Anyways, move on.
We'll move on to Overwatch 2. This is the last few days before the 10th that you're going to be able to call it Overwatch 2 because Overwatch is dropping it, the 2 logo, and now is re-releasing the game essentially as a Season 1. They released a spotlight recently of their whole plan for 2026 on the 10th. They're also basically just revamping their whole game with 5 new heroes. All of the heroes are getting a bunch of extra passive abilities. They're doing competitive rank reset, and just a whole bunch of. And now I guess every season now they're releasing a new hero. So a lot of new features coming to Overwatch. Basically, it's huge news that basically redoing the whole game. And very important, and most important possibly, of all the news, Overwatch has a wonderful Hello Kitty collab. So if you want to buy some nice Hello Kitty themed skins for your characters, you can.
You hear that, Saab? Hello Kitty.
Bob loves Hello Kitty.
He loves Hello Kitty.
But yes, they released I think it's a 30-minute spotlight video, just showing all of the new features as well as a season start of the video in their engine. Essentially, like I said, this is basically an Overwatch 3 is what it seems like. There's enough content to warrant that. They're putting a lot of the original features that they promised in Overwatch 1. When they said, "Oh, we're releasing Overwatch 2," they're putting all the features that a lot of features that they originally promised for Overwatch 2 into this, and copying a few hero designs and concepts from their Marvel rivals. There's a lot of similarities in some of the heroes and abilities, so they're still taking a lot of lessons from their rivalry to heart, and actually trying to pump new content forward and revamping the game again. We'll see how it pans out for them. I and a few other people are claiming that Overwatch is back. So what do you guys think about this?
I'll let Saab go first because I know he's an Overwatch head.
Saab hates Overwatch with a passion.
Well, he loved it at first and then he hated it. So he used to play Man Comrade 2017, 16. That's
Yeah.
all this guy would play all the fucking time. It's crazy.
And
But
then
if you don't want to
Overwatch
say
2 came
anything,
out, and then he started hating on the game all of a sudden. Like
yeah,
hard hating on it.
yeah. I will say, I don't really know much about Overwatch. I played it a little bit, so I don't really have much to say here. Domina, that's some nice Gooner material right there. She looks pretty good. That's gonna get the
You're
Gooners.
not a fan of Jetpack Cat?
Who is that? Is she in?
It's a
Is she in?
cat with a jetpack. It's literally Jetpack Cat.
Is it like a half beast, half girl type of thing, or is it just a
Oh
cat?
no, it's a cat with a jetpack. It's Jetpack Cat.
Oh, oh man.
The canon story of Jetpack Cat is Brigitte found a cat and built her a jetpack, and now it's Jetpack Cat.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I probably didn't
It's
get to that part in the trailer yet. um, yeah. So I'm looking at
18/16 is when it starts.
and Mira looks pretty cool.
yeah.
He looks like a generic hero. Doesn't look like anything really special. Just like
I
another
think he's
healer.
built as like a. If you play shooters, you'll play this character. You know,
Call Overwatch a shooter.
If you like Soldier 76, you probably like this guy.
One of them. Mizuki looks cool, so I guess he's a the other ninja type, I guess.
Yes.
Looks pretty cool. Let's see, we got Anran here. Looks like pretty cool Gooner bait. Flaming element. Let's see, what did you say? 18. Ooh, that Mercy Celestial Guardian. I didn't mean to click there, but Jesus Christ.
Where is it?
The
Where
nice
is
one,
it?
yeah. Where is that
No.
Celestial Guardian on the video?
I clicked off the timestamp already. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
I'm looking for the
18/16
Jetpack Cat looks very cool. If I play this game, I would play for the Jetpack Cat and for the Gooner Babes. Jetpack Cat also looks like it'd be a very. Is that an actual character?
Yeah, it's an actual character, yes.
Oh hell no, that's annoying as fuck. You know he's gonna be harder than a bitch to hit. I haven't actually looked at his parameters and stuff, but just off the picture alone, hell no.
From
And
what I can tell, his ability to just kidnap anyone and pick them up and throw them off a ledge is gonna piss me off so
oh
hard.
wow. Oh, okay. Mercy Celestial Guardian 2332. And then that's all I really have to say about this game. It looks like a couple of the new characters they added would probably bring something new to the table, and then maybe the other three are kind of just like clones of characters if somebody wants something a little different and they're tired of playing the same character. And that's where I will stop. Saab, you have anything you want to add?
Man, I ain't going through this shit. Overwatch is
He's
just.
back, is what you're about to say.
It's not bad. People are fucking being stupid and said, "Oh, they removed the 2. I'm gonna go fucking play that game now." People I know, and I'm not gonna name names, going back to the game like it's gonna change. This shit ain't changed. This shit is the same bullshit. And they just have limitations. There's no way. I will always stand by this. Comrades heard me like a broken record. They're gonna reach a limit of making heroes. It's just like superheroes. You can only make so many abilities to a point. Then you're gonna have to recycle the Flash, the Superman copy. Everybody copies. This is why I'm always
people are
tired.
gonna eat it up.
And yes, this is why I hate. And they're like, they copied that game, bro. You could just say everybody copies superheroes from the start because that's where a lot of like they get their inspiration. Like so, this is where it's like, how can people just eat this up? And going back, I stopped playing Overwatch after a while because their updates suck. The game was just. I got tired. I got tired of it. There was no skill because if you added more abilities, there is a skill to a point, but abilities can go a long way. So that's what these games are supposed to make you feel like you're competent. When I went to Rainbow Six, never went back. It has abilities, yes, but you have to use your brains. You have to actually have skills. So it's higher skill ceiling. So yeah, I never went back, And you are right. I used to like it, and No longer, no more. I'm tired of it. Like, I need some
He
games with
broke
skill.
free from the chains of
This shit is just not entertaining no more. Like, it's the same BS. And when I start playing games that actually know how to shoot mechanics and remind me of games that know how to shoot, I don't respect it. But yeah, that's my comments. Fuck Overwatch. It's not coming
Moving
back.
on.
Anybody who's listening to this is never coming back. It is not going to get the numbers of its prime. The thing
You know
closest
what?
to
You're right,
Counter-Strike.
Sob. You're right. It doesn't need to come back because it never left. Moving on to another game that is released by the developers of Horizon, Guerrilla Games. It's called Hunter's Gathering. There was an official announcement for the game coming out. Saab pointed this game out. It looks like a very interesting game. Basically looks like a three people basically trying to fight machines in a open world. I'm not sure if that doesn't. I don't know if you know anything more. Is this like a is this a PVE sort of scenario, or is this a PvP? I'm not 100% sure. But it honestly looks like it is just a three players go out on an adventure and try to hunt monsters, like a nice animated version of Monster Hunter, but set in Horizon universe. Possibly competing with that other Chinese-looking game that was released earlier, with that was also giving us that Monster Hunter vibes. I'm not sure if they're trying to like just saturate the market with different types of Monster Hunter like Guerrilla games, right? Horizon games right now. I'm not sure if this is going to be competing with that. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that. If you guys remember that other video game that we saw earlier, that was like that Chinese looking Monster Hunter, like a Horizon game we saw earlier.
I'm going to be honest. I'm looking at this, and if I had to choose between this or the Chinese game, I'm already choosing the Chinese game because they made this shit look like cartoony and for fucking kids. And I don't like the art style, to be nice about, to say it politely. I am not a fan of the art style. I don't know why would they go from the hyper realism of of Horizon to this cartoony ass fucking Overwatch ass cartoon style fucking
I
Disney look.
I
I don't like
agree. Yeah, this looks like even worse than Overwatch esque. Like there's a like if you look in the trailer, there's a lot of like weird proportions and things like that. It's just
Yeah, like what is this bullshit?
the what is it? The guy with the hammer. He's very weird and lanky, and it just off. It weird looks weird to me.
It looks like they tried to make it into a different game, a game that's already out. Like yeah, what's the game? It's called. I think it's called Vindictive or something like that. There's other games like this, like Monster Hunter, with this cartoony ass style. Like, so for them to try to hop in here and do that art style is just, it's just a bad move. Just
Yeah,
stick to the Horizon art style you have. It's brilliant. The Chinese developers did that, and their game is going to get taken serious. This looks like some cartoony
yeah.
fucking
And that's
slop,
the
to
thing is
be
I'm
honest.
just confused about is like why are we release a game, two games very similar style right next to each other? I feel like they're just going to like compete with each other. It just confuses me on the timing
Like,
and the
dude,
genres.
that's what I'm saying. They have their own style. Why would they go, we're gonna go for the cartoony Overwatch style instead of just sticking with the Horizon style? So I hate to say it, but if I had to choose between this game and the other game, I would definitely choose the Chinese developers because they at least stick to the art style. These guys, the Horizon team, just tried to do something completely far left field, and it just turned me off to say the least.
How
Saab, you
about
have
you,
anything
Sub?
you want to say?
I have more confidence in this game's gameplay than I do NetEase. I believe they're NetEase because they're AAA companies. That doesn't mean they make AAA multiplayer, but the gameplay, I think the developers know how to make that. I think it's gonna be just farming and I don't think the Chinese it's made for that market anyways. This one I feel like is made for trying to be both markets. personally. I get the artwork and it makes sense, but at the same time, I'm like, I think, like I said, the art style is not going to put pressure on the system. Basically, like if you get a PC, you know what I mean. Like the art style won't hammer the computer as long, and that's just me thinking, like long term, especially with people who can't upgrade their PCs and stuff. But that's just me. I have more confidence in this than the other game. How about me personally? Just at the end, I'll play this. There's a closed beta at the end of February for PC and PS5, so I would play it.
I'm not touching either of these games. They don't interest me in the slightest. And I love Horizon, but turning this into a Monster Hunter game is not it, in my opinion. It's just not. That's all I have to say.
I'm with you on that. If they release Horizon 3, I'll for it. But some of these games just don't seem too appealing.
Yeah.
But
Sony has to.
Sony
Sony has to get. They have to get a game because it is. This is the market we're in, where we need to get multiplayer games, and they're not stupid. They have to get a game. So you rather hit two different ones, right? And from what I remember, this game is not. It's not taking majority of the Gorilla Company. The other Gorilla Company, I think, are currently working on third part, which makes sense. The third Horizon. This was just like a little fun game they were working on for years, and like I said, it looks cleaner. And plus, when I saw the gameplay, it doesn't look rough compared to the other game that looked rough when it was stuttering. That's another thing, if you remember that, comrade. But yeah, go ahead, move on.
We'll move on to another interesting topic. Ashes of Creation is getting a little bit of drama. If you guys don't know anything about this game, Ashes of Creation was on Kickstarter and it raised over $3 million on Kickstarter. It was a huge game, and it's been in development for a little while, and recently just did its full release. I think back in 2017, it's been in Kickstarter and alpha for a long time, and now it's got its full release just recently. And it's not looking too good for them because apparently the studio is already closing down. Apparently, on the public record, basically half of the employees, 210 employees, have been saying that they haven't received their paycheck, their first paycheck. They haven't received any severance because they were just terminated. Several of the employees are just said, "Hey, don't come into work tomorrow because you're fired without pay." Basically, people are requesting refunds on Steam because half the entire company is gone, dead, because they were all fired. People are trying to release a Steam, get refunds. Some people are getting refunds on Steam. Some people aren't getting refunds on Steam because some people have been playing since the alpha. So they have thousands of hours on this game. Steam's like, nah, you can't do that. Some people that have only playing for a couple of hours are still not getting refunds. So basically, it's a interesting look at this game that's, like I said, been in development, and as soon as it releases, the company just sort of dips and ran, or is what it seems like, without paying employees or anything. So I don't know if you guys have anything or anything like that. The statement that these guys are making for their game and how they actually care about their player base.
So it looks like the game. So, all right, let me get this straight. The game came out, and then the director quit shortly after that, like just weeks after it launched.
The director quit shortly after. They fired several employees without getting their actual paychecks, and no one is getting any severance. No one is getting any 30-day notice. They just said, "You're fired. Don't come back."
And this game, let me see, is this game still on Steam right now? Can we still buy this game, or they take it off?
Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
It's gone. They took it off. Okay. Wow. Right after it released. That's kind of fucked. That's like really fucked. I'm not. You finally go. You put all this hard work and effort. The game drops, and then it gets taken off the market a few weeks after, and then you don't get paid. I'm not gonna go too
this
into
game
this.
started getting backers. It started on Kickstarter.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at it like 19,576 backers pledged $3,271,809 on Kickstarter. So you also had a lot of people helping you. This is just sad.
Yeah, I mean, I know a person personally in my office who played this game, did donate to Kickstarter, loved it.
You got to point at them and
And,
laugh. Point at them and
I
laugh.
kind of want to talk to him about,
No.
like, hey, what happened?
No, only appropriate response is point at him and laugh.
Damn,
yes, well, that's
sucks.
harsh, man. That's harsh. Oh, I was also looking in here. Apparently, the developer made comments that it's because he had creative differences with the board of directors is the reason why this is all happening. But also, the funny thing about that is, if you look at the setting, if you look at the website or his credentials, the only person on the board of directors listed is himself.
Wow.
So I'm confused what board of directors he had conflicts with if he is the board of directors.
Nah, he had his nutsack to talk with.
Sounds like some shady stuff was happening.
So that's what it seems like. Some weird shady shit is coming, but I mean, at least the people who played on Kickstarter had a game for a little while.
Dang. That would suck, man. I would really hate to fucking donate money, $50, $100 to a game development, and then it gets pulled like that. And then it gets pulled after it gets released. Like, bro, that's such a fucking, oh my God.
That's a figurative and literal rug pull on the players, you know?
Yes, literally, yes. Like, wow. Wow. I don't know what else to say besides talking about how fucked up that is. So that's all I have to say.
Do you guys have anything more to add before you move on to a few trailers?
The only thing I gotta say is, I think one of the best Kickstarter games is Shovel Knight. That's it.
Yes, Sob loves his Shovel Knight.
I love Shovel Knight. And I didn't know it was on Kickstarter until I saw. I'm like, oh man, this is, if not one of the best Kickstarter games to come out.
Which Shovel Knight? The one that plays like Super Nintendo, or the
yes,
one?
the Nintendo one. I like.
Yeah, that one is cool.
Shut up! You ain't play that shit. Move on, Conrad. Before I get mad, he keep lying.
No, but it's on my wish list.
I'm pretty sure you gave me your copy of Shovel Knight to play, Sob, back in the day. So I appreciate that. I agree. First trailer we're going to look at is Crimson Desert. They released another of their feature overview 2. It's just a quick overview of their combat and their progression system.
Quick, man, that shit is like almost 9 minutes. The hell you talking about quick?
It's...
Okay,
all right,
the Overwatch
quick.
thing was a
very,
half hour.
very in-depth overview. Yeah, what was that, Half?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so essentially, they're just going over how their combat system works and how they're very proud of how your abilities are going to flow together, and you're going to have several things that you're going to be able to farm out in the environment in order to upgrade your gear, and you're going to be able to add enchantments and enhancements to their gear, and it's going to change how you play. How you're going to start at 0 and you're going to work your way up to basically being like a fighting warden machine and fight giant monsters and stuff. They're very proud of their game, basically. And it seems to me like if you ever played any like hardcore MMO, and that's what this game was originally supposed to be, is from what I remember, is this was supposed to be a MMO originally. But they retooled it into a single-player game. And you could tell there's a lot of gameplay elements and mechanics in here that seem like they're originally made to be for an MMO of some kind. But they retooled it into like a single-player RPG sort of setting. But I mean, the game looks like it's going to be very flowy, very good game. Like I said, I'm still interested. I'm hyped for it. I'm just praying that it's properly optimized when it actually releases. So it's actually you'll actually be able to play it and it'll actually feel like it's in the trailer rather than a glitchy, horrible mess that looks nothing like this gameplay trailer.
Yeah, I agree. Even this gameplay trailer looks like it has some jankiness to it with some of the moves and the specials I'm looking at. The idea is there. I mean, it looks like, kind of like Dragon's Dogma vibes, open world, action packed, stuff like that. But I have to see how it looks gameplay wise, and I'll probably have to play it because I know this is early, but I'm noticing some jankiness, and I don't know.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Basically, this trailer confirms it. I wasn't 100% sure in the last trailer, but this combat trailer definitely confirms it. Is if you played the Pearl Abyss's main product, which is their MMO, Black Desert, not Crimson Desert, but Black Desert.
Where's the White Desert?
Yes, sure, Saab. Thank you for that commentary there. This gameplay and this combat feels exactly like that. It looks like basically basically Black Desert. All the characters have large sweeping abilities where you're meant to literally just AFK farm massive amounts of resources in like large hordes of enemies. That's what this looks like. It's giving that kind of vibe to it. So it's fun, flashy abilities, and they definitely feel good. But I can see, like you were saying, half the jank is there, and hopefully it gets fixed or optimized a little bit.
Agreed. Because they have a lot of ideas here, but if they smoothen this out, make it smooth like I'm trying to think of a game that's really smoothing it out like
Devil May Cry, God of War,
Devil May Cry,
God of
Nier
War,
Automata,
yes,
God of War. Smoothing it out like that. Like I can see the moves, I see the flashiness, but it just seems that jank is there. So that's all I have to say. Yeah. Anything else?
Moving on to
yes,
another trailer.
Me.
Nope. Because I skipped Saab. Moving on to another trailer.
I'm gonna kick his ass. Anyways, this is a waste of time. This shit is a waste of time. This is supposed to be a 3-parter, right? And I already know enough about the game from the first one to know. I don't need to see the combat. I really don't. I mean, like, I've seen enough. And I feel like it's just a waste of time. I could sleep on this shit. But yes, I agree with Half. It does look janky. But good luck to them. I mean, it's all based on the story, too. But yeah, go ahead.
If they fix the jank, I'll probably get it. Like I'm seeing these guys giant swing somebody, they DDT'd somebody, I've seen somebody choke slam someone. Like it looks like it's really cool, but it just gotta fix the shit. That's
it
all.
looks like Dynasty Warriors, like you're just becoming a strong god and stuff. I hope the difficulty's there. That's one thing. If they become like Dynasty Warriors, I personally don't like Dynasty. It feels like you're just it's no challenge.
Mowing down enemies with a little effort.
Yeah,
this isn't that type
it
of
looks
vibe.
like it, though.
Not see. It seems like a mild version of Dynasty Warriors, yeah, but it seems like also there might be some actual challenge, like you said.
We'll see. Yeah, moving off. It's a waste of time. That thing.
All right. We'll move on to another game that looks interesting that I noticed. A game called Samson. They released a development diary about combat and vehicles. This is a game that, if you're interested in GTA, this is another type of game. Saab, I know you actually play a lot more of the GTA style of games. Have you checked out this trailer, and do you have any comments? Is this a game that you might be interested in?
No, not really.
Nothing appeals to you in this?
Nope. It's an open. Okay, this game is made by a company called Liquid Swords. This is the first game. I have no fucking confidence in this shit because
this is a game that if the developers of Avalanche, though, like Avalanche Studios isn't decently big studios.
Okay, this is not Avalanche. This is Liquid Swords. This is developers working on a new thing, so they have less people to work on this. This is basically an indie project. And when you're trying to make a GTA game, you can't. It's an open world. I'm tired of, like, I hate to do this, but Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs is well known next to GTA as being a great open world because it didn't try to match the scale of Grand Theft Auto. It did its thing in China, right? But it did it in a small map. That's one thing. So they don't waste time and they focused on the combat. The combat was so freaking good in Sleeping Dogs. And this game, I get what they're getting at, but it's like, it looks so janky, and I get it. They're trying to make it seem like he's not a perfect warrior, but I'm like, yeah, I have no confidence in this, but good luck to them. That's why. That, basically.
You have anything?
Seems pretty cool. Nothing really special about it yet. Doesn't seem like a bad game, but nothing that really like made me go, oh, this is kind of different. I like the style. I do like the style. I'll say that much. The art style looks pretty cool. I like the darkish tones and stuff like that and the atmosphere. But besides that, we'll see. I'll keep an eye out for it.
It says hopefully their goal is to release early 2026, so sometime early this year. Something to hold people over until GTA comes out in November.
Oh, I see.
Hopefully. I'm assuming that's their goal, and hopefully, like you said, hopefully it works out for them.
Yeah, I hope, because Sleeping Dogs was the game that it released around GTA or something like that, and nobody really gave it a chance. And then after it came out, people played it, and they're like, yeah, this game is actually really good. It's got the heart. This game looks like it has heart, but I don't think it has the skill of Sleeping Dogs. That's why I'm like, you're making another open world game? You know what I mean? I'm like, I have no confidence. That's the reason. But good luck to them. I wish it was like Warriors. You remember Warriors? Do you ever play that?
Yeah, I remember that game.
Where you can fight, you can run around, but it was a small map, not big as GTA. But like, I wish they could do. I hope it does something like that. It's a small thing, and hopefully they'll do better than what's that game called that came out, Conrad? The GTA made by the GTA guy. The one that was really bad last year.
The anime one?
Nope, not the anime. What was the other one?
I don't know. I remember the anime one that looks absolutely
It was one
atrocious.
of the worst games of last year. It was GTA like
which one?
the take place in the future and shit. Oh my god.
You're hallucinating games now, Saba.
No, bitch. Anyways, it'll do better than that game, hopefully. Anyways,
sure.
Move on. I don't fucking remember.
That game that Saba
Let's end it that game, yeah. Move on.
Do you have anything else to add, Sab, on any other topics, or do we want to move on to game impressions?
Don't forget about Steam.
Like Steam? What was on Steam here?
Steam Machine got delayed.
Because of hardware, basically. They're trying to, I'm assuming, they're also probably trying to scramble to get hardware sales. So Steam Machine got delayed again.
So Steam is having a problem because we all know the RAM, the memory crisis, all this shit. Like I said, PlayStation is in the best spot to keep releasing consoles without upping the price. Nintendo might be on the cusp, but yeah. So
the fun thing about Sony is because they're one of the few companies that also make their own components in-house.
No, they don't make memory. They don't make RAM.
But a lot of other hardware and things like that in-house. So they have the contacts. They know people. They know their sources much better than someone like Steam, for example, that doesn't mostly works in games, not necessarily hardware. It was a lot harder for Steam to get and resources that they need to make these Steam machines and things like that, rather than Sony already knows the people, knows the contacts. You know? So it's my opinion on that. I think Steam and Nintendo are going to suffer a lot more on that. Is that what you're trying to get at, Sob?
Sure. I just remember the game, by the way. Mind's Eye.
I don't know. I don't
Mind's
think
Eye.
that was on my radar.
Type it on your browser. I'm saying the game. I hope the game does better than Mind's Eye. You forgot about Mind's Eye?
With that, Half, do you have anything
Comrade,
about Steam
man,
that you're
fuck you.
curious about? Because Mind's Eye sounds like a forgettable game that I had absolutely no idea about. Moving on to a topic that we actually care about, the Steam machine, Half. What is your opinion on this? Do you think that Steam is actually going to be able to get their hardware that they need and actually release the game at a reasonable price?
It's hard to say with everything going on in the computer world with prices going up on things. I would hope so. But I think it's going to take them a little while, especially with them wanting to make sure they price this a certain way. That's all I have to say. We can go to video game impressions.
Move on to gaming impressions. I'll start with myself. Currently on my Twitch, I was started a new game called Strange Seed. I talked about this a little while ago on my last week that I would be starting it. It's a very cutesy game. Basically, like you said, gives me a lot of, like, if you ever played any Spore game, it's got that creature combination sort of gate combo. You're trying to make just a weird creature, and every body part gives you like other bonuses and abilities, and you're just trying to go through the world and evolve and get better, stronger, and try to basically figure out what the hell happened to the humans in this world, sort of thing. Is sort of what the story is so far.
I pulled up your gameplay. He's got an animal that has a neck as long as a dick.
Yes, it's hilarious. I also just have accessories. I recently, towards the end of my gameplay, got a giant mustache and a top hat. So I need to start accessorizing my creature as well now. So, I got big plans for this monstrosity of a giant walking penis that I have as my character right now. Another game that I've been playing.
Hold on. Half. You know why Comrade likes to play
Sorry?
this game?
Why?
Because he likes to spread his seed around.
Nice. I'll give you a 5 out of 10 for that joke.
I mean, that's generous. Another game that we've been playing, Highguard. Highguard has recently released its ranked system and a new character and a new map. So we went back into it a little bit. Me, Saab, and Pan Lukashik have been on it. The new character, I'm having a lot of fun with him. I like him. His whole ability is that he's got like wolf powers, and he howls and goes super fast at certain enemies, and he's like a good initiator.
What's his name?
Tell me what his name is, Saab.
Econ.
Why are you talking about his name?
Because you said the character got a name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. I just know that he's fucking fun as hell.
That's all that
What's
matters.
his name? Yeah, the name. Listen, I don't remember his name. I don't know any of the characters' names. I just know the wolf guy and the girl who throws tree people at people. That's my favorite two characters. Moving on to Half. Some of your gaming impressions.
Let's see.
Those are the only two things I've been doing.
I Let's see what games. I'll talk about some games I have been playing. Not any new games, but so like Cyberpunk, man, that game has been great. That is a very great game. Definitely one of my favorite open world games. Probably it's slowly climbing to be one of my favorite open world games of all time because man, there's just a lot of stuff to do in that game. The
It's not made by
interactions,
a Japanese developer.
right, sure. The interactions are cool. The world building is amazing. I like when you do certain things, certain actions. If you mess with certain gang members or something, they will come back to bite you later. Sometimes they might come in during certain missions. Like it's a lot of cool clutch moments, fast decision making moments. I love it. It's great. And then the skill system is really cool too. Again, I recommend that game to anybody who's thinking about buying it. It's cheap now. They made the game really great. Even though it's technically a shell of what it was supposed to be, it's still a really fun, solid game.
Fuck you talking
For
about technically show what it used to be.
it's a shell because they removed a lot of stuff from them. The main game, you were supposed to be able to wall climb and be able to scale buildings in the main game. You were supposed to be able to go inside any building of that you can fucking see with your eyes in the
Oh,
original
that
Cyberpunk.
was never happening, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so my point is it's a shell of what the game was supposed to be. Like you're supposed to be able to do a lot more, but the game is still very amazing and there's still a fuck ton to do. Um right now I'm sitting on 71 hours in the game and I don't even know how far I am. Probably not even halfway through it, but I've been having the time of my life. The second game I'll talk about again, um I don't know if I brought this up already, but Unsighted was a pretty good game. I like playing it because it reminds me of old school Game Boy Advance games. If you have a Steam Deck, it's a perfect game for that. Cool little top-down action-packed game. Cool mechanics, cool animation, art style. If you're somebody who doesn't like being timed when you're playing a game and you don't like games that are time sensitive, you might not like this game. They do have an option to turn off the time, but of course, if you do that, you probably won't be getting the full experience of the game. So that's up to you. But I say this is a great game if you're looking for just something handheldish to play with you during your travels. And that's all I have to say. Saab, what about you?
Me? Oh man, I recently beat Resistance 1. I went back to the PS3 to play an old series, and you know what? It was quaint. It was quite quaint going back. It shows its age, but I like that I was doing a lot more gameplay than watching a cinematic, even though I do like the cinematics. It was just fun. The Chimeran, I think, are one of the best. How can I say? One of the best designed, like in a military sense. You know, so an invasion force. There we go. I like the Hell Gas. That's another one. But a lot of, you know how you're supposed to have fun when you're fighting an enemy. They're supposed to be memorable, right? And a lot of enemies in games are not very memorable. Chimera are very memorable, and I just enjoy, their presence, the world, and killing them. They're assholes, and I will always reiterate this. I want the Chimera in Helldivers 2. I don't care. Put them through a wormhole. They're perfect. Because in the second part, it gets more gruesome where you can gore happens. You can blow them up with grenades and stuff. So I can see where they can apply the gore techniques in Helldivers 2. You know what I mean, comrade? You know how everything blows up and shit. Like
Yeah.
I can see them doing that. So for me, I want that. So and I also played Resistance 2. I'm on that. I had trouble with that, okay? Cuz there's a game-breaking bug that it happened since when it first released. You can get a bad disc or there's some kind of bug that won't start the game. I had that for the life of me happen to me, and I was going crazy because I still have my original, and there's nothing really wrong with it. It has smudges and stuff, but it can be buffed out, and my God, it wasn't starting. So I went to the store, bought another one, and it started. However, when I use my disc, it starts. That's because I updated the game and it finally played. So I'm like, okay, so I'm returning it. Like I told you guys before, I'm going to return and give my store credit. But it was stupid for me not to do the update first. So yeah. Going back, it's
Sounds like a
quaint.
game that I don't want to have to deal with, and I don't think I'm going to play that just because of that. Too much work.
No, it's not too much work. It was just me not taking the necessary steps. But going back, it's fun. Yes, it is very, very fun. That's my whole point. I just needed something. Um, but yeah, I played High Guard with Comrade. Comrade, actually, Comrade in a lot of shooters, Comrade doesn't do that well. No offense, Comrade. But High Guard, he pops off. Comrade pops off in High Guard. I don't know what it is. In Overwatch, he won't be the best killer. He won't get a lot of kills and other shooters. But High Guard, I don't know what it is with that game. And he yells at me. He gets mad. Half. You should hear him yell at me. And it's fucking crazy.
Because you pissed me off so much in that game.
I'm not surprised.
No, man, but yeah, it's very fun. I think what Comrade forgot to say is more impressions on High Guard. People were bitching about the 5v5. When I started playing ranked, I don't notice that. Do you, Comrade?
It feels like when people are like the 5v5 is a much better mode for quick play.
That's what I told
It's just
him.
more fast paced, more casual. But the best casual in the looting phase. But when you actually fight, it's a lot more fun and chaotic. I feel like it seems like you're right in ranked in the 3v3 when people are locked the fuck in and everyone is fighting objective, focusing highly on objective based combat. You don't notice it nearly as much. Plus, I will say in ranked they shortened a lot of the timers. A lot of the timers are considerably less, and you feel that. I think that's honestly that's one of the other things like that you have, because I remember a lot of the quick play when we were playing originally. It seems like you're doing a lot of waiting around. This in ranked when we were playing the ranked 3v3, everything is a lot faster paced, and I think that's partially due to, like you said, a lot of more people are locked in and actually fighting objective and actually having a good time, but also because they shortened the timers a lot. So it's just a much quicker paced game than it was before.
Yes, it still has the long respawns, but you notice that you focus, you're planning out, you're busy looking at the store, you know? Your mind in a rank doesn't notice how many players there are. You just start focusing up like I said. And you see it, right? I know you see it and I'm not the only one. It actually plays really well in ranked, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, some of the same problems I still have with it before are still there, but they did fix a lot of the issues that players are having, and ranked is, like you said, it is fun. Like now that like I said, when you lock in, the 3v3 doesn't work. Like it works a lot better in ranked than it does in the quick play. It doesn't really work with the quick play, like I said, because people are a lot more casual. But in the ranked, when you're locked in, it's a lot more fun. Like I said, the game is improving. It's definitely not dying by any means. I feel like they're definitely, the devs are listening. They're improving the game. I think it's going to become a solid game, and a lot of dedicated people are going to keep following it. I mean, I definitely want to keep playing it.
So yeah,
I'm having a good time.
Yeah. What else? What else is coming? That's it for me. I don't know what I'm playing. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna play after Resistance. That's the thing. So I'll update y'all about that. But yeah, I got nothing else. You guys know? You got any gaming news you want to talk about? Subject that came off your head?
Tekken is coming out with a season 3 patch. Right now, if you don't know, Tekken is on life alert. They almost destroyed their game with the patch last year that destroyed the balance of their game. The main director of their game also left last year. They came out with an announcement at the last Tekken World Tour this weekend saying they're coming out with a patch that's going to bring everything, quote unquote, back to basics. So basically, this patch is supposed to come out March 15th, 16th. If this patch doesn't do the job, the game will probably die. Like, there's not too many people left playing this game except for pros, casual players who just want to see Jin do electric stuff, and the legacy Tekken players who have Stockholm syndrome who can't stop playing the fucking game no matter how shitty it is. So if you want to see the shit show and see that happen, stay tuned on March 15th and pay attention to Tekken Twitter, and you'll see either dumpster fire or appraisal. But right now, I don't have faith in the company. I think they're going to drop the ball. I think they are too far from what basics is in Tekken. And that's all I have to say without going on a long rant.
Thank you for that insight on that half. Saab, you have anything else?
Nothing else. Take us out.
And with that, we're signing off.
Ciao.
Have a great day.
Happy Black History Month, half.
Fuck you.